Nintendo. We all love them. They're one of the most popular companies in the video game industry, making fabulous game franchises, creating plenty of games that can be played with friends and family that don't destroy any relationships in any way, and of course have produced some of the greatest nostalgic and well-known video game music. I mean, come on, everyone knows about and adores the music that Nintendo has produced. They are just without a doubt amazing. And they get used by a lot of content creators and streamers. Like, whenever you hear absolute musical bangers used in the videos of your favourite content creators or streamers, I can guarantee that most of the time there'll be music from a Nintendo game. Heck, even to this day, the Wii's Me channel music is still being used for memes. And of course, with all fabulous video game soundtracks, people like to be able to listen to the music at any time they want, without having to load up the game in order to do so. So by having YouTube channels dedicated to uploading game OSTs, it has allowed people from all over the world to listen to their favourite video game music wherever and whenever they want, and boy, has being able to listen to Nintendo music on the go an absolute blessing. In fact, I want to listen to some now. Okay, let me just search up Gilvasunner and wait, where's the Nintendo music? Oh geez, that doesn't look good. Okay, let me search up for 31 Horus music for some Smash Ultimate music and... Wait, where's the playlist gone? Okay, one final try. DeoxysPrime. Surely I'm gonna come across something here.
Hacking what?
Oh no, Nintendo, what have you done? Why have you taken these down? Where can we listen to your music?
Well, I suppose it's time to have a look into this mystery. Okay, I'm sorry, that was a low blow. I'll continue now.
Ugh, where do I even begin with this? So, Nintendo music. We're all fans of it, and one thing we like to do as fans of that music is to search it up on YouTube to listen to that music for our own enjoyment. So it was really awesome to have channels such as Gilvasunner, 31 Horus Music, and DeoxysPrime for uploading the soundtracks of these Nintendo games purely for fans and viewers to listen to them and appreciate them. They were channels people would regularly visit due to the fact that they were providing an outlet where people could listen to their favourite Nintendo music without any restraints or have the requirement to own and hop into a game just to listen to the music. I mean, these YouTube channels were more than likely bringing more attention and popularity to the games of the music they were uploading. Surely there was nothing wrong with what these channels were doing, right? Except with Nintendo, they seem to think everything was wrong with these channels uploading the soundtracks of their games. Well, a short while back, Nintendo struck Gilvasunner with thousands of copyright claims, which pretty much meant that Gilvasunner had to remove pretty much all the Nintendo music content on their channel, as well as their channel essentially coming to an end. And like a ruler's loyal subjects, fans and the majority of the YouTube community were not entirely fond of the acts Nintendo had just committed. 31 Horus Music was the next to follow with the playlist they had made of over 1,000+ music tracks of Smash Ultimate fading into nothingness. Luckily, DeoxysPrime managed to survive for a little longer, essentially being the new Silver Gunner. But as of the news and community post made by DeoxysPrime in the last few days, Nintendo has also struck them with a bunch of copyright claims, which has forced them to also remove all the Nintendo soundtracks that they uploaded. Now, these acts that Nintendo has committed are beyond stupid and a very controversial move with many of Nintendo's fanbase and the YouTube community. I mean, these channels had essentially been giving Nintendo years worth of free clout by uploading the soundtracks of their games, as well as doing a favour to the community by doing a job Nintendo has not done themselves.
So, Nintendo, you have committed crimes against your fanbase and your people. What say you in your defense? So you're probably all wondering if what Nintendo has done is right. Well, the answer is yes and no. Allow me to elaborate.
Now, Nintendo struck these channels with copyright claims. This is something YouTubers receive on videos they've uploaded, where the individual or company making the claim believes that their copyright has been infringed upon. Now, these claims usually occur when a YouTuber's video is using too much of someone else's content without transforming it into something different, and will also occur if too much of an official song is used in the video. This is your everyday music made by bands and artists, not typically video game music. And they especially happen if you take someone else's work and re-upload it with no changes. So let's look at the facts. All the music that was taken down or deleted from channels such as Gilvasunner were all music that are legally owned by Nintendo. So in all matters, Nintendo has the legal right to have these videos taken down, since they do own the music.
But then, all the moral stuff comes in, and then you realize Nintendo, yeah, they screwed up.
Now, as I've just mentioned, there was nothing wrong with Nintendo taking these music videos down legally, since they are, at the end of the day, Nintendo's property. But here's two reasons why Nintendo taking these videos and playlists down is morally wrong. First of all, they were one of the main ways that people could search up and listen to their favourite music from Nintendo games, and by taking these videos down, it forces those people to look elsewhere or end up having to commit actions of their own just to listen to that music. And secondly, Nintendo themselves don't offer a way for people to listen to the music and soundtracks from their games, which essentially means by forcing these channels to remove the videos from their channels, people again don't have many options to be able to listen to the music from Nintendo's games. I mean, honestly, Nintendo, you're telling me that you are taking down videos that allow people to listen to your music, but you haven't provided any way for those people to be able to listen to that music yourselves? That's absurd! And the crazy thing about this is that most other video game companies have their game OSTs on music platforms like iTunes and Spotify, so even if they did take down videos of their game OSTs on YouTube, people still have the ability to listen to those soundtracks. But to be honest, most video game companies don't take down game OST videos because those YouTube channels are doing them a favour by providing an outlet for people to listen to the music from their games, which in turn can get people interested in finding out and potentially buying those games.
Well, that sounds like a pretty okay system to me. Let's go!
I mean, what Nintendo's doing makes EA look like a saint. Now that's a sentence I'd never thought I'd say. So Nintendo, yeah, you have every legal right to take these game OST videos down, but you're wrong to take them down from a moral standpoint on all accounts. Plus, no matter how many of these videos you take down of your game's OSTs, it's not going to solve anything because you're making this a reoccurring issue, which in turn means more channels will just end up uploading and re-uploading your game's soundtracks.
You're playing an endless game here, Nintendo. No matter how hard you try, there'll always be people standing up against you and uploading your game's OSTs.
The baffling thing about this situation is how Nintendo's way of trying to handle it is so unbelievably poor, especially for a big company. And what's even more hilarious is the fact that both I and everyone else knows how this situation can be handled in a proper, more professional way, especially ways that can benefit both sides. The first way Nintendo could handle this is by working with the YouTube channels uploading their game OSTs. Instead of having them remove those videos, Nintendo, you could instead work with them and have them be your method and way of providing music to your consumers. You can even personally send copies of game soundtracks to those channels so they can use it to promote your games. Let me give you an example. anyone in the PVC community will know about PVC AppFan, who's been ripping the music out of PVC games and uploading it to YouTube for people to listen to. And PopCap, or the Plants vs Zombies Twitter account, sent them a copy of an instrumental of Come On Down to Neighborville to upload for people to listen to.
Oh my gosh, it's a freaking revelation! Instead of copyright claiming PVC AppFan into oblivion, the companies behind the games and the music decided to work with PVC AppFan to provide another piece of music to the games community. I know, this is groundbreaking!
I mean, doing this is easily a win-win for both sides. Nintendo will have an outlet to upload their music to, whilst the YouTube channel can stay up and doesn't have to worry about copyright claims. And the second way Nintendo can handle this is by offering their own official way of allowing their consumers to listen to their music. I mean, Nintendo, you are literally sitting on a music goldmine, so you may as well make use of it. You can put your game OSTs on the music platforms for people to buy or subscribe to. And you could also make your own Nintendo music channel on YouTube, where you can upload and make a volcano's worth of profit from your game's soundtracks, whilst also providing an easy way for people to listen to that music at any time. I mean, this decision is literally the most win-win situation I have ever laid my eyes upon, because the fans and community will be able to listen and have access to the music they want, and Nintendo can create another way of earning money for the company. I mean, come on, how can you possibly deny that?
So, once again, Nintendo have made their mark by preventing their consumers from accessing their music. Again.
And I'm just gonna say this, my heart goes out to Gilvasunner, 31 Horus Music, DeoxysPrime, and anyone else who has been struck by Nintendo, since all you lot were trying to do was provide a way for Nintendo fans to listen to Nintendo music, and you ended up having video executioners showing up at your doorstep. Stuff like this honestly sickens me. Nintendo, I'm saying this from the heart, I like the games you've made, the characters you've created, and the music you've made for your games, but I absolutely despise the way you're handling your music and how you're unprofessionally handling music situations when it comes to YouTube. And finally, I want to give an apology to my viewers for uploading this video instead of making a PVC video. You guys didn't need to see this video in your subscription bar. You guys didn't need to be notified of this video at all. So I apologize if any of you think I have wasted your time. But this is a matter that I've seen happen once, back when my channel was smaller. But it's one that's happened again, and I feel as a channel and a member of the gaming community, I had to come out and address this because it's absurd on all accounts. But I'm gonna finish here now. I felt like I've been able to get this off my chest. I hope you guys found this video informative, and I'll see you all in the next one.